I don't know how they did it, but the Anaheim Ducks managed to pull off a win after being down 4-1 against a team on a heater with a 9-2-2 record in their last 13 games, outscoring opponents 47-27 during that stretch. To be honest, Utah flat out dominated the Ducks for 90% of this game. But as the saying goes, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And this game started pretty badly for the Ducks. They were hemmed into their own zone for over a minute, unable to clear the puck despite multiple attempts. A point shot got tipped, Dostal made the initial save, but the puck deflected off Zellweger's skate, not once, but twice, before spinning into the net. Honestly, it was pretty impressive there by Zelly. At that moment, I thought, oh boy, it's going to be one of those Ducks games. And as I said earlier, for about 90% of it, that prediction held true. But right after this goal, the Ducks turned things around for a solid 10-minute stretch and tied it up. It started with a great play by Fabbri, who batted the puck out of air, took it all the way down the ice, and sniped it short side. McTavish should send Fabbri a thank you card for that free assist. The Ducks then killed off a penalty, and Gudas made his best non-hit play of the season. He used his stick to stop a 3-on-1. You just know it killed him inside not to go for the hip check, and then probably missed based on his season. Then things got wild in the last 5 minutes of the first. The Ducks went back on the power play, but during the initial face-off, Cooley used his hand, leading to 4-on-4 play, and it was like a game of 4D chess as Utah scored a goal. I'm not sure what Michikov was thinking on this play. Maybe he expected Oamata to chip the puck behind the net, but he left Hayton completely alone, who then outweighted Dostal, who opened his legs wide. And the Ducks were like, okay, if we can't beat them, beat them. Dumoulin crushed someone, and Trouba ran someone else over, and I don't think Utah appreciated that as they responded by running Fabbri over when he didn't even have the puck. The refs were just letting things go as the first period came to a chaotic close. It wasn't the best period from the Ducks, but it also wasn't their worst. However, their second period, that was definitely up there for one of their worst. The Ducks struggled to get out of their defensive zone and couldn't maintain pressure the other way. Once again, special teams were a major issue. Just 6 minutes into the second period, it was already 4-1 Utah. Cooley scored on the power play, and Keller added another through traffic. Keller registered a point on all 4 of Utah's goals, with a pair of goals and assists. However, midway through the period, the Ducks' fourth line showed some grit and created a few scoring chances that ended with Zellweger firing a diagonal cross-ice pass to Lunderstrom, who whiffed on most of the one-timer, but still managed to get just enough, giving the Ducks a glimmer of life. That life was short-lived, though, as Utah quickly regained control and continued to dominate into the third.
I just feel like the Ducks need something to happen in this game.
You could say that, Hazy. Too bad that something wasn't a minute and 30 seconds of 5-on-3 power play time, during which the Ducks didn't generate a single shot. To make things more interesting, a couple of questionable non-calls occurred during this stretch. The first came when McTavish was high-sticked by Kerfoot, who also sent the puck over the glass. The refs only called the delay of game penalty, which started the 5-on-3. The second non-call happened during the 5-on-3 when Carlson broke his stick in frustration and was called for an unsportsmanlike penalty. That's not like Leo at all, but he had a reason. He was boarded and his head hit the top of the stanchion. This might be controversial, but to me, it was the right call. I have seen similar plays called before, but this one was on Leo. He put himself in a tough spot. In open ice, it would have been a good puck protection play, but in this situation, especially during a 5-on-3 with plenty of open space, he turned into the boards, leaving himself vulnerable. NHL defenders will take the opportunity to paste him into the boards every time. Hazy mentioned on the broadcast that Carlson was cut and went to the locker room. He didn't return to the game, and the Ducks have yet to provide any injury update. Considering he's just coming back from a concussion, it's probably smarter to play it safe and sit him tomorrow. That might also explain why Leo was a bit more emotional than usual about a non-call. As the Ducks' power play expired, out of the box, Dostal stopped a breakaway. The Ducks used that momentum to score. Fabbri got his second of the night somehow.
Squirted back between his legs.
Then the Ducks drew another penalty, and we were thinking, we'll just decline this one, as they've gone over 14 on the power play in their last 4 games. Oh wait, you can't actually do that. But what do you know? On their 6th attempt of the game, the Ducks finally scored on the power play. It wasn't exactly a traditional power play goal since it came on the rush, but it will count. Gauthier found Leeson in the slot, and Leeson said, "Ross?
Over me!
Ross?"
Over me!
And tied the game up. And somehow the Ducks managed to earn a point as the game went to overtime, and then a shootout. But I think Cronin may have made his dumbest decision as a coach yet. He picked Terry to take the first shot, which, good job, that makes sense, even though he missed. But the second shooter choice? He picked elite #1 left winger Brock McGinn to take the shot. Don't get me wrong, Ginner had an okay game, but he's a fourth liner on any other team. You had Cutter, you had Fabbri, who was hot all game, or heck, even Zelly. I think I now get why Ginner is on a line with Leo. Cronin thinks he's an all-star. But again, I like Ginner's game. He's a perfect fourth liner, plays hard, but he should not be on the top line or taking penalty shots. Luckily, McTavish, who I'm not gonna lie, I didn't believe in, stepped up and sniped it. Dostal stopped all the other shots with a little help from the posts, and somehow the Ducks walk away with 2 points, winning 5-4 in their first ever game in Utah. That was some of the worst hockey I think I've seen the Ducks play, but it was a gutsy win at the end. You can take the Yotes out of Arizona, but you can't take the Yotes out of, well, you know. The Ducks are back at it again today at 7 p.m. against the Golden Knights for the last time this season, still looking for their first win against them this year. So let's get it done for the dads again, and for Zellweger, who is on the road, not using crutches, so he's looking pretty close, hopefully. Obviously, don't rush him, but I miss him, and so does the team. Thank you to our members. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and go Ducks!
I need some clapping and heat pep. Let's go, boys! Celebrating game number 900, Killer Cologne. Let's go!